Before I get into this video, I want you to know that it's normal to have days where you don't feel motivated or perhaps just want to end. You and I, we are only human, and it's the days like this which make us stronger and make us realise, in fact, what we do want to do and achieve. I, like many of us, live an extremely busy life and struggle to fit it all in. But there are a few tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way of my 26 years so far and have found really useful and in fact life-changing. These are things that can be so small you don't even realise that you maybe already do them, or perhaps you don't and they could really help you. So in this video, I'm going to help you become the strongest, happiest, healthiest, most productive and most confident you with just a few simple steps. Good morning guys, I hope you're all really well. Welcome back to another video. So today we are going over 10 daily easy habits and tips that you can incorporate into your life to be the most productive, the strongest, the most confident, the happiest, the best version of you. So I wanted to kickstart off today's video in my bedroom, where obviously we all start the day, obviously not in my bedroom, but in your own bedroom. The bedroom is the place where we end the day and where we start the day. So tip number one would be get out of bed at a good time, because if you lay in bed, you're going to waste the day, you're going to get more tired, and you're just not going to have a good day. The key to productivity is setting yourself a morning routine. So I like to get up at around 6:30 in the morning, or just as soon as I wake up, and I never ever snooze my alarm, because if I snooze my alarm, that is genuinely it. I will just fall back into a light sleep, and then I would just feel even more tired when I wake up. So get out of bed straight away, make your bed so that you have a clear space and mind, and also open your blinds. Secondly, have a morning routine with your skin and with your mouth, and I would just start the day off making yourself feel good. So whether that's you putting on light makeup, whether that's you having a non-makeup day or showering, whatever it is to make yourself feel good, you need to do it. And also when it comes to sleep and how many hours you get, this really affects how productive you are in the day. So I would recommend getting around 7 to 9 hours sleep, because this is the optimal amount of time that every human needs in order to function at their best. Because if we have not had enough sleep, I don't know about you, but my mood just changes. Everyone around me realizes my work's not as good, my creativity's not as good, and I just don't feel good in myself. Like, my workouts are also affected, and if my workouts don't go well, then I don't feel good. So it's really important to make sure that you get the right amount of sleep, because it also affects your food choices as well. So if you're trying to live a happier and healthier lifestyle, you need to make sure that you're getting enough sleep so you make better choices, because when we don't get enough sleep, our body actually releases a hormone called cortisol, and with this affects our food choices. So if we have a release of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, we're more likely to choose foods which are higher in carbs and which are sugary. So that would mean, for me, that would be more snacking throughout the day on sugary snacks. And of course, sugar isn't the best food to fuel yourself. We want to choose good whole grain foods which are gonna be long lasting. So things such as complex carbs are the best thing to fuel your day over simple carbs. Now, simple carbs are your sugary snacks, and complex carbs are your things such as oats, whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, etc. So when we've had enough sleep, we tend to go for the better option. And of course, with a better food intake, we will be performing more optimally. I also like to get up in the morning and not look at my phone for the first 30 minutes, because it's just me and my mind. And with that, it kind of allows me to decide in my head what I need to do that day. And with that, it also allows me to understand my thought processes and what I'm doing for that exact day, and to not let social media affect me in any negative way. So I would honestly recommend doing that. It's changed my life. So it's such a simple tip, but it is such a game changer. Now, my second tip is quite a simple one, but probably one that we all don't focus on enough. So that would be drink your water. Now, this is obviously squash, but it's sugar-free, so it's okay. It makes water taste a little bit better because I'm just not a massive tap water fan. If I'm drinking out the tap, it has to have some sort of flavouring in it. And I know that sounds a little bit strange. It's just unfortunately how I am. So I always aim for around 2 to 3 litres of water a day, if not more, because water is the one thing that is going to keep us functioning most optimally. Water has so many benefits for our hair, skin and nails. So if that is not 3 big reasons to drink water, then it is also great for our muscles and it helps keep us energized. And of course, if you're working out, you want to feel energized and good and you don't want to feel dehydrated, because when we're dehydrated, we get headaches, we don't feel so great, and we obviously don't perform our best. And I think a lot of people don't seem to recognize that actually when they are feeling hungry, they are actually just thirsty. And that's one of the things I kind of practice. Like if I'm feeling hungry, I'll have a drink, I'll wait 10 minutes and I'll see if it was actually thirst or if it was actually hunger, because it's so easy to just overeat out of boredom and eat when you're actually thirsty and not hungry. So drinking lots of water will actually help to keep you full. And so if you're dieting or trying to sort of feel good for summer, whatever it is, just make sure that you're drinking enough water, because this could definitely help with how full you're feeling. Cheers guys. My third tip to incorporate into your daily routine is going to be have breakfast. Now, I know loads of us don't actually like having breakfast, and you know what? I actually can't relate, because breakfast is my favorite time of the day. I'm not gonna lie. Breakfast food just hits differently, but having a good high protein breakfast is gonna keep you full, it's gonna keep you energized, and it's gonna keep you going until lunch. Those people that don't have breakfast probably tend to have something such as like a cereal bar. And of course they don't characterize that as breakfast, it's classed as like a snack. But that cereal bar isn't gonna keep you full, and these people tend to snack more until lunch and don't feel as full and energized. So even if you're not a breakfast person, try and get into it. Try and start the day off right with a good meal that's going to set you up well. And if you're tracking your macros or your calories, it's going to give you a good portion of fats, carbs and protein. So my current go-to breakfast, which I am obsessed with, and I tend to go through stages where I like favor one breakfast, get really bored of it because I've had it so much, and then switch to another breakfast. So normally it's oats, which I think you guys probably know by now, but over the last few days I've been having a bagel with this sugar-free blackcurrant jam. I got this from Morrison's and it's really good. 2 rashers of turkey bacon, which is a really good alternative if you are currently on like a fat loss journey or trying to tone up or feel lean for summer or whatever it is. And then I also have 1 egg, 1 egg white. So I have 1 egg and 1 egg white because the egg yolk is obviously the bit with the fat in it. So I tend to have just 1 egg and then I'll bulk it up with an extra egg white, which adds protein. And again, protein is the most satiating macronutrient, so it's going to keep you super full. And then I just tend to have a normal bagel. I don't have bagel thins because, in all honesty, I've tried them before and they taste like cardboard and they don't keep you full. So I'd rather have something that's a little bit more bulkier and is actually going to keep me full and stop me from snacking until lunch. The easiest way to weigh out things that are in like jars or bottles, such as like mayonnaise or ketchup, is to pop the jar on the scale and then just press it on. And what that will do is it will zero the scale, and then you just take out however much you think. So I'm using 20 grams in total, and you just obviously want it to say minus 20, and then that's your serving. And there we go. There is a well-balanced breakfast. I've got the 2 turkey bacon rashers for protein, 1 egg, 1 egg white for extra protein, and I've got a whole bagel for carbs with some blackcurrant sugar-free jam. So my next tip is going to be clear your space. So I work in my room because I work for myself, so that is my desk. So you always need to make sure that you've got a clear working environment, and obviously down here is not okay. So I've recently been buying stuff for my summer wardrobe because when I went to Corfu I realised that I wasn't too happy with the stuff that I already have. I feel like with summer clothing you have to kind of refresh your wardrobe a little bit each year. So I've been doing a bit of shopping, but also I haven't actually put away the stuff that I wore when I went to Corfu because all of my summer stuff is still under my bed. So I am going to clear my space. I'm going to pack this all away so that it's all neat and tidy. Because I work in my room, if it is messy, I just can't think straight. And I think the key to kind of being productive whilst working at home, if you are someone who has to work from home, you need to have a clear space that is your set working space. Whereas if you have things like washing that's just encroaching on your space, it kind of affects your mind and how you think and like your creativity. I also always try to keep on top of my washing because being fitness, I have a lot of washing. So one of the things that I try to do is to do a wash at least like 1 colours and 1 whites a week. And this way I just manage to kind of keep up on top of it and it doesn't stress me out, because if there's piles of washing, I feel stressed. And the key to being productive and happy and healthy is to not be stressed, because obviously when we're stressed, we are just a completely different person. Well, I know that I am personally. So we've got whites and darks. I'll do the darks tomorrow. But how do you know if someone's a fitness person? The amount of white socks they have. One of the things that I find really useful every single day, and that has become a major part of my routine and being just super productive and just getting the most out of my days, is by planning. So I actually have a notepad which I write in every single day. Now this notepad has the things that I need to get done that day. It literally just looks like this inside, like it's so messy, but I'll like write down my main things. So for today it's film a YouTube, go to the gym. I'm gonna be doing some cardio today. I need to post on my Instagram. I need to post on my other Instagrams and other pages. So I've written all that down. And then I also need to film a recipe at lunchtime. So that's obviously part of my day, filming content. And then I've also just written down all of my clients' names that I have to check in, and then emails that I also have to do. It's basically just like listing the things that have to be done today, because it's good to do a weekly plan, which is what I also do. So I use my planners here. They are my Elevate planners. This one's obviously empty because I've just pinned it up on my wall, and I'll show you. So I literally pin my planner up here because it's literally above my computer, and it just allows me to look at it every single day and know exactly what I've got on. So obviously today is Monday, and that says to film a YouTube and then film a reel, and then I've obviously got the cardio as well. So with the weekly planner, this kind of just sets out like my main tasks for the week. So I always write like the things that I have to do on each day, like the main things, not the small stuff. Any appointments, if I have to film like a specific ad for a company. And then I also plan my workouts as well, because if I don't plan my workouts for the week, I end up in such a kerfuffle. I don't know, like I just don't know like what I'm doing, and I feel like really unorganized, and I feel like my workouts don't go well as well. So I always write down exactly what days I'm working out and what days I'm resting. And I think that's also like a massive like part in how well you kind of do in terms of the gym and like your physical changes and also like your mental changes, because if you don't have a plan, then you kind of don't have anything to stick to and nothing to progress with and nothing to kind of aim towards each week. And it's all about like setting small goals for yourself. And since I've been setting myself like small goals, I have just become so productive. And everyone always asks me like how I fit in everything that I do, because I have so many jobs. I have Instagram, obviously like social media, I've got YouTube, I've got TikTok that I have to do, so 3 big platforms. I then also have my one-to-one clients, I've got my app which I have to create content for. I I now have a clothing brand, I go to university, I'm studying to be an osteopath, and I also work for my dad. So these things like obviously take a lot of kind of organization, and that doesn't even include like me socializing with friends. So yeah, take it from me, the key to being productive and staying calm and stress-free is to just have a plan and make sure you stick to it. One of the things I'm actually still learning myself is how to kind of stick to one thing at a time, because I'm one of those types of people, like when I have a task, I have to get it done there and then, otherwise it will kind of just stick on my mind and I don't know, I just will become unproductive. So I try to get everything done at once, which can sometimes be even more kind of catastrophic and can actually make me not so productive. So one of the things that I see Grace Beverly, formerly Grace Fit, talk about a lot is actually time blocking her day. And this is something that I do tend to do, but I kind of do it loosely because being self-employed, like the only person I kind of have to show up for is myself. So I kind of set out like a time plan, but I don't stick to it all the time. Like of course things crop up, things happen that I have to attend or whatever, but I do try to stick to it on the whole. And I think having those times throughout the day where you have to do certain things makes you more productive in that hour where you do have to do that certain thing, because then you know that you don't have any more time for it during the day. So I think if you have a lot of things that you have to get done on that one day, try time blocking. Right, 9 a.m. workout, 10 a.m. checking clients, 11 a.m. full content, like that kind of thing. And then you know that you have to use that time really well in order to get it done. And I think it's also really important to make sure that the goals that you set yourself each day are not unrealistic. Don't write a list that is just crazy long, because it can again be unproductive and it can just stress you out. And I think, you know, the key to being productive is being productive really smart and just making sure that, you know, your list is suitable and it is achievable, most importantly, because there is nothing better than finishing the day and just crossing off that task that you've done. So tip number 6 is going to be get a workout in. I can't tell you how much better I feel once I've got a workout in, and it really is true what they say, you never ever regret a workout, and I think that is just so true. You never ever feel worse after a workout, you only feel better, because obviously when you work out you release endorphins and you just have that kind of feel good factor and that glow. So today I'm actually doing a cardio workout because today is my scheduled cardio day. So I'm just putting on my cardio trainers because I have lifting trainers, upper body trainers and cardio trainers. These are just my cardio ones. They're more like a running shoe, so it's better for like things like the Stairmaster and obviously walking and running. Not that I actually do a lot of running, but it's really important, like with your workouts and stuff, like I was saying earlier, to have a routine as to like what you're doing. Today's my scheduled cardio day, and I've also planned out my workouts for the week, and also like not only when I'm doing them but also what I'm doing in them. So this is an example of my week. So I use the app True Coach to plan my workouts because this is what I teach my clients on, and when they get a new week they get the workouts kind of emailed to them. So I set myself up as a client, so I have my workout plan on there. So this is what it looks like. Today is meant to actually be an upper body workout, but I've scheduled it actually as a cardio day because this week's slightly different to like my normal day. Today's a cardio day, tomorrow is upper body pull day, the following day is a rest day, and then we've got legs, then upper, then rest, and it kind of just repeats like that. So each week I stick to the same workout. So I do 2 upper, which is push and pull, 2 lower, which are mainly glute focus, and 1 cardio day. The days that I actually do them change around, but it's still the same program. And to progress in the gym, it's really important to make sure that you're following a structured program, and I like to follow a program for around kind of 6 to 12 weeks, and that way I know that I can progress with it and I know exactly what I'm doing each week, and it's just so much easier. And I also make sure that I track my lifts, so what I'm lifting, how many reps and how many sets I'm doing, because again this is really needed for progression. So if you are starting out in the gym, my most important tip would be to write down what days you can train, what you're going to train on each day, and just write down like a few exercises that you want to do. I would suggest starting with like 5 exercises. You could even do 6 exercises and do 3 supersets, so that's 2 exercises back to back, so that'll be 3 sets. set. Just make it really simple, like even if it's just 5 simple exercises, and just plan that into your day, and then obviously just make a plan for the week. Make it realistic as well. So if you can only work out like 3 times a week, make sure that you only put in 3 workouts, because otherwise you just won't feel good if you don't get it done. So I am now dressed and ready in my cute Fabletics outfit. This is actually new for this month. I love this set. I think it's so cute. This is the full fit in the mirror. So I'm actually feeling a lot leaner today. So much leaner. I don't know. I feel like my stomach's coming a bit, and I've lost 2 pounds already, which is great. So I'm definitely off to a good start for this summer feel good. Anyways, let's go to the gym, get this cardio workout done, and set ourselves up for a good week, because it's Monday, and on Monday we set good intentions. So back from gym, and tip number 7 is going to be meal prep. Honestly, since I've been meal prepping, I've managed to stay on track so much more, and it's just been so much easier every single day, because when you're tracking your calories, you need ease, and you need your meals to be all ready, because then you won't reach for the stuff that's not so great and that's not going to keep you on track. So I tend to meal prep on a Sunday for around 3 to 4 days, and this Sunday I actually made these delicious cheeseburger flavored fries. The recipe's on my Instagram if you want the recipe. Yeah, it literally looks like this, and all I need to do is pop it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. It will also melt the cheese, and it is just so good. So in my fridge at the moment, I've got a few meal preps that are ready. So I've got another cheeseburger fries there. Then I've got a couple of Greek bowls that I made the other night as well. So this is going to keep me nice and full and stocked up on my meals for around 3 days. And there we go. There is my tasty meal prep in literally under 2 minutes. And because I've just come back from the gym, it's so easy to literally reach for something that's not so good. But this is nearly, I think it's just under 40 grams of protein. It's got carbs as well, and of course fats, which is just the perfect, well-balanced meal for a post-workout feed. Another really good benefit to meal prepping is not only is it going to help you stay on track with your calories, but it's also going to save you so much time and money, because if you are just buying stuff quickly from the supermarket, so say like a meal deal, yes, you might be able to stick to your calories, but it's also going to cost you a lot of money. Most meal deals are at least £5, or if you go to somewhere like Leon or Pret or something, it could easily be £10 to £15, which is just crazy for like one meal. So if you are trying to sort of be a little bit more mindful with your money, I would honestly just suggest meal prepping. Like, make a massive list at the start of your week of the meats that you want to include. Maybe have a look at a few recipes that you want to do that week, and then write down everything you need. Go and do a massive food shop, and then you can meal prep, say like 2 or 3 meals, and then you can sort of make a variety each day as well. So my 8th tip is going to be to stock up on all the good foods. Now, I've just been to Tesco downstairs really quickly, buy some stuff for a recipe, but ideally you would do one big shop, and I did actually do one at the weekend, but I completely forgot to get these items because I forgot that I was doing this recipe. So yeah, always be sure to make sure that you stock up on the things that you need and have a fridge full. This will make sure that you have everything and you don't waste time doing little trips like the one that I just did. So what I tend to do is just buy my meat and freeze it, and then I've got it for the whole entire month. So I'll buy from Muscle Food, and I'll get enough literally just to last the entire month, so you can see how full that is. So we literally just fill up the entire freezer, and then I take it out the night before, leave it to defrost in the fridge, and then it's ready for the following day. So last night I took out these chicken breast fillets from Muscle Food, and now I'm gonna make a tasty meal for dinner. I'm gonna make chicken parmesan, and the recipe again will be on my Instagram. So I've just made this chicken parm. It was so easy. I literally just breaded the chicken, air fried it for 15 minutes, and then topped with some tomato and basil passata, extra parmesan, and some basil. I think it's really important to have a good skincare and nighttime kind of skin routine, because it kind of just ends the day in terms of how you're looking, and obviously it transitions you into your nighttime clothing. So what I tend to do is use this micellar water to take my makeup off. Since I've been using this, my skin is just so much better and so much clearer, because I don't know, I just find makeup wipes just really don't get it all off, and it kind of just like washes it around your face. So by using this, it gets it all off, and I just feel like super clean. And after I've done this, I'll also wash my face. I also am a full believer in less is more when it comes to makeup, skincare, anything like that, because a lot of girls, I find, like when they've got bad skin, they tend to just put more and more on, which is completely understandable. Like, I get it, if you have spots and stuff, you want to cover it up, but at the end of the day, that's also counterproductive, because it's only going to make it worse. So I feel like we kind of just have to accept that we've got a spot or so, and just kind of do everything we can to, you know, keep our face clean, keep it away from like extra kind of dirt that might kind of cause it to get worse, and just get the spot over and done with. I also wear disposable contacts every day because I literally can't see, guys. Like I'm just so blind. My eyes like -4.5, which is crazy to me. So I like to kind of take my makeup off around kind of like 6:30, 7, and then like put my glasses on. And it's obviously not healthy to wear contact lenses for like 24 hours in a day. It's almost like taking my makeup off for me kind of just makes me ready and chilled and just in the mood to kind of sit down and relax. And relaxing is so important to being productive and being the happiest and healthiest version of yourself, because if you're constantly on the go, your body's always going to be stressed, your body's also always going to be releasing cortisol, and it's just not good for you. Like, we need to allow our body to calm and recover, especially from like our workouts and the days that we've just had. So once I've removed my makeup, I use this face wash from Simple. This is just a really basic cheap one, but it's got like no kind of harsh chemicals in it. It's PTA approved, so yeah, this is just like the best kind of calming one for my skin, and I just find it works really well. So makeup is removed, and now I'm gonna take a shower, get into my pajamas, and light some candles and make a nice cup of tea. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, and that I think is so important, is self-reflecting at the end of the day, and also kind of just closing off the day and setting yourself goals for the next day. So I like to call this my shutdown ritual. I don't know why, it's just something that's really stuck me for quite some time now. And what I tend to do is just go through my weekly planner that I tore off and popped at the top of my desk this morning, and I just tick off the things that I have been wanting to track. So for me, it's 10k steps a day. It's, did I do any cardio? And then did I stay on track with like my nutrition? And was I happy? Did I have a good day? So I just tick it off for each day. It gives me like the day, and then I just make a tick. So today I actually only did just under 8,000 steps. But to be honest, like as long as I kind of get between 8 to 10k, I'm quite happy. And I did also get some cardio in, and I've pretty much stayed on track. So all in all, it's been a really good day. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but this journal is literally all over YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and I actually got sent it from Boots, and I did try to kind of use it in terms of journaling and stuff. I really tried to get into it, but to be honest, I just found it so hard, and I don't know if it's just me, maybe it's not, but I am someone who finds it really hard to reflect on what I'm good at and the things that went well, and I really kind of focus on the things that didn't go so well, or the things that I need to improve on, or things that I need to kind of work on. And I think that's just the kind of person that I am. Like, I find it really hard to write down the things that have gone well, and journaling is something that I really did try, but I just couldn't get into it. However, if you are someone who does journal, well done. This would be a great time to do that in the evening once you've kind of settled down and you're getting ready to have a cup of tea and watch a a program or a movie or something. But if you haven't tried it at all, I'd honestly recommend giving it a go and seeing what you think, because I think until you experience it, you aren't always sure of like how you'll find it. So things that it asks you are: what would make today great? I am grateful for. Daily affirmations: I am. And then 3 amazing things that happened today, and how could I have done even better? So for me, the last point would be like such a paragraph, and they've purposely put it in this book as literally like 2 lines. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think journaling is a great tool if you are good at it, and if you're able to kind of speak like your emotions and how you kind of felt on the day. So that is the end of my 10 daily habits that you could easily incorporate into your routine to become the most happiest, the strongest, the healthiest, and the most productive you. I just want you to take away from this that obviously you don't have to do all 10 every single day. Like, it might be quite impossible to do all 10 every day. I guess, you know, we don't work out every single day, we don't meal prep every single day, but it's the little things that I want you to take away and try and incorporate into maybe your week and into your days as much as possible in order to become the best version of you. But I also think it's important to remember that we're not always going to have days like this, and it's so important to not beat yourself up for not having those good days, because it's the not so good days which actually make us who we are. It makes us determined to do better things and to succeed and propel ourselves forward. So even if you might be having a not so good day, or if you're feeling not motivated, just use that as motivation in itself in order to drive yourself forward and get out of it and be where you want to be, because that's the most important thing, finding a solution to a problem where you feel you are in. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please make sure that you give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Know what you want to see more of, and if you have any questions about anything, then please comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Bye bye.